The maximum suggested retail price scheme on imported rice takes effect today. According to DA, the MSRP will be 55 pesos per kilogram from the current 58 pesos per kilo. It also noted that while the MSRP only caters to Metro Manila, this will be expanded to a nationwide coverage starting February 15. The agency is also looking to bring down the MSRP further to 49 pesos by March, provided that world prices remain stable.
Let's talk more about that with a farmers group.
We have with us via Zoom Mr. Leonardo Montemayor. He is the chairman of the Federation of Free Farmers, or FFFF, joining us, as I've said earlier, via Zoom. Good morning, sir, and welcome to Brunch. Thanks for joining us again.
Yes, good morning also, and thank you very much for this invitation.
Okay, sir, let's get right to it. What po is your reaction to the maximum suggested retail price on rice? Do you think this will be beneficial to at least the majority?
It will, at least for a certain period. But what strikes me is that the process has been too long. It has been too prolonged. In other words, it took time. If we are now in an emergency situation with respect to rice because of the extraordinary price increase, why, in the first place, why did it take us some time for the 58 pesos, the original 58 pesos MSRP to be put into effect? And then why wait for another few days, I think, or a week or so, for the 55 to be made the new MSRP? Dapat bilis-bilisan ito kasi ang sabi nga nila emergency eh.
Right.
So why are we allowing a longer period for it to take effect?
Pero ito pong sinasabi nila na pabababain pa, no, yung after a week, they'll see kung ano yung magiging alagay ng merkado. Feasible pa rin pa po ba yung pababain, yung MSRP as promised by the DA?
We believe so. In fact, our own analysis shows that the MSRP should be around 51 eh. Kung talagang pinatutupad yung mga nakaraang mga policy issuances. For example, we had the case of the reduction of the tariff rates on imported rice. That was way back in July of 2024. And we were all being told at that time by our economic managers that because the tariff rates were cut by 20%, we should have expected as early as August of last year a 7 pesos reduction in the retail price of rice. It has not happened since 2024 July. So why can't it be finally executed now? And then remember, yung pong world market price ng bigas since around November or December last year, bumaba po ng malaki eh. So much so that 51, baka pwede pang gawing 49 eh. So again, nandyan naman yung ebidensya po eh. Nandyan po yung policy, pasado na. Nandyan po yung movement po ng international price of rice, it's going down. So bakit hindi na ipatupad kung talagang emergency tayo ngayon?
Sir, gaano po ba kalaki yung impact nito? No? Kasi ito nga nakikita nila na para maibsan nga daw yung presyo ng imported na rice dito sa atin, mapababa yung mga presyo ng bigas natin. Gaano po ba kalaki yung impact nito sa tingin nyo sa pagkontrol ng prices nitong ng imported rice? And what other means pa ba dapat yung gawin natin?
Well, yung pong MSRP, siyempre, it will be, I think, a nationwide maximum suggested retail price. It will have some impact. Kaya lang, wala kasi yatang sanctions eh. Walang parusa. Pag sinabi mo, kasi suggested eh.
Yeah.
Okay. However, there is a new development. Di ba, noong lang February 3, itong nakarang Monday, nagpalabas si Secretary Laurel ng DA ng declaration of a food security emergency. Oo. And then this now allows the National Food Authority to release its stocks. Ibebenta po nila ng 33 pesos per kilo sa mga LGUs na handang mag-participate sa programa. Ang kondisyon, dapat i-resell ng LGU sa kanilang constituents not more than 35 per kilo. That will have a dampening effect on the price of rice. especially dun sa mga kadiwa stores, di ba? At saka yung LGUs
Yes.
and even government-owned and controlled corporations that will be reselling that rice. But as to how long will the moderation of rice prices be, and how many consumers will actually benefit, it depends also on the volume of rice that will be released by the NFA, and how long will the government be able to afford the subsidy or the losses, kasi bawat bawat kilo po ng bigas na ibebenta po ng NFA at 33 or 35, ang lugi po ng gobyerno po natin up to 15 pesos per kilo.
Oo.
Yes, that's
Oh,
right.
so by the
Medyo
billions of
mataas
pesos
yun.
po magiging budgetary subsidy or
That's right.
pagkalugi.
But Sir Leonardo, no, looking at all these measures that are in place, ang dami nagsasabi, these are but temporary solutions to a problem that's been existing for a long time. Ang dami nagsasabi, kailangan daw natin i-address kung paano pataasin daw kita ng farmers mismo, pababain natin yung kita ng middleman. In that way, we will get a real and sustainable way to control the prices of rice. Ano po ang take nyo dito?
Yeah, I agree with that. Actually, on the other side of the coin is our consumers will have a brief period of relief, di ba? Because of the MSRP at saka itong pagbenta po ng NFA rice at subsidized rice. But on the reverse side, ang harvest po natin, yung tawag na Palaga dry season crop, will start this month. Probably on 10th of February. Pagka binenta po kasi yung bigas ng 35 through the LGUs, ang magiging kwan po niyan, effect niyan sa palay buying price ng mga traders, sa farmers natin, ay 17 to 18 pesos po ang bili ng palay. Kung yan po ang presyo na at which farmers will have to pay, will have to sell their palay, siguro at least half of them lugi. Lugi po sa kanilang pagsasaka. And unless government steps in order to give additional support for the next cropping cycle, I'm afraid that many farmers will either stop planting muna or they will cut down their production efforts. Kasi lugi na eh. So baka magpatuloy yung lugi nila. So it will have an effect now on possibly, reducing our palay production sa coming planting season. That's I said on the reverse side.
Oo. Parang either way, ang affected pa rin talaga always are farmers, di ba?
Opo, kasi there are two sides eh. There is the production side, the farmer side, and then the consumer side.
But what can we do, sir, to address this issue sa mga farmers natin? Kasi we've encountered a lot of farmers along the way sa mga reports namin na would rather do something else, o yung mga anak nila would rather get other jobs sa Metro Manila kaysa ipagpatuloy ang pagiging pagpa-plant nila tulad ng mga magulang nila. Do we have to address the elephant in the room? Maybe it's high time to modernize the systems in which the farmers, para tumaas ang yield nila, transfer technology to them. What do you think, sir?
Yeah, you're correct. We really have to do more on the production side. I mean, our local production. Ang problema, kulang na kulang pa rin yung budgetary support, di ba? And then what also compounds the situation as far as local producers are concerned is on the importation policies, nilulunod po yung ating merkado ng imported rice. So that really will bring down significantly yung presyo po ng palay sa ating magsasaka. So how to come out with a balance na we will focus really or prioritize local production, because we cannot really depend on external imports forever. At the same time, making sure that our consumers, especially yung pinakamahirap, may access naman po sa kanila yung affordably priced rice. So that's the balancing act that has to be done.
Right. Mr. Montemayor, I want to go back lang po doon sa MSRP natin on imported rice. Yung iba po kasi na nagsasabi ang maigi to para sa mga consumers natin, pero yung mga maliliit na retailers, small retailers ng bigas, ang sabi nila will be greatly affected by this kasi maliit lang daw po yung kinikita nila, tapos they have to bring down their prices. Your thoughts
Kaya
on
nga
that
po, I would presume na when the DA came out with this 58 initially, tapos may plano yata next month, no? Gawing 55. They have been saying all along that this formula or this price was the result of a very extensive consultations with various stakeholders, and presumably pati po yung ating retailers ay nakonsulta po sila.
So,
Yan po. So, hindi naman po as if out of the air, kinuha po ng
Right.
DA yan. Opo. So, may basis naman po sila dapat.
yung usapin po pa rin po ng pagbaba ng taripa sa imported rice, na sinasabi nila that will help nga daw ang merkado ng bigas natin na makababa ng presyo. Pero unfortunately, we've seen naman po yung result, hindi naman po nangyari yun. Your thoughts on that po? Dapat po ba ibalik sa 35 pesos, 30% yung taripa ng imported na bigas?
Yeah, we agree to that kasi wala naman palang naging kwan yan eh. Benepisyo sa atin eh. Walang benefit sa consumer because the rice prices remained high, and that supposedly forced the DA to proclaim an emergency situation. It did not work. And then on the farmer side, tinamaan ng farmer as the NEDA came out, representative came out recently in one of the Quinta House Committee hearings, napababa pa nga nitong kwan, tariff reduction ang presyo ng palay. And then thirdly, because the tariffs were cut by 20%, the collection of Bureau of Customs went down significantly. Nawala po sa collection ng customs about 15 billion since that tariff cut took effect in July of 2024. Na yun sanang 15 billion na yun, under the rice tarification law, it should have gone to our farmers to improve their production, and therefore, again, it would have helped also our consumers if they had more access to locally produced rice.
Alright, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. Thanks for joining us again, Mr. Leonardo Montemayor, ang ating presidente po or chairman of the Federation of Free Farmers. Thank you so much for joining us po.
My pleasure po, and thank you for the invitation then.